What is good, everyone? Another driving video for you today. And that's because a lot of people seem to like my last driving video. So I figured, like, why not keep making driving videos? Like, I really was not expecting the amount of views I was getting in that last video. Like, that's probably the most views I've gotten in such a short amount of time. But I appreciate all the support, and if you're new to the channel, check out all my other videos too. Anyways, you see the title. If you're new to the channel, you're probably thinking, wow, this guy seems depressed. That's a depressing title. This guy seems, you know, like he's down, like he's feeling like garbage. And it's not exactly the case as of now. I'm actually in a good mood. Obviously, you know, life is depressing and stuff. We all know that. But I'm actually in a good mood today. I just wanted to talk about the fact that not being born is just it's just so much better, you know, than being here alive in this prison planet. It's not that I'm depressed exactly. I mean, you could say that if you want. I know people in my last video were like, man, this guy seems depressed. It's just kind of crazy. They never watched my videos before. But it's not just as simple as me not enjoying my life. See, a lot of people seem to misunderstand. When they see my videos, they're like, man, you just gotta, like, man, if you want your life to be better, you just gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta make a lot of money, man. And these people don't really understand the point of my videos. The point of my videos are not to complain. It's not to complain about my own life. That's not the point of my videos. Matter of fact, if you are a subscriber of mine and you watch all my videos, I almost never, I don't even think I ever complained about my own circumstances, because that's just not the point of my channel. The point of my channel, I usually try to, like, speak in a general, like, life is trash in general. I don't really bring up my own circumstances. But a lot of people just, they don't understand that. And they think something, it's because they have such a shallow mindset that they can't even fathom the idea that some people just don't like the concept of life. So they always talk about, oh, you just got to make a lot of money, man. You got to get girls. I mean, some guy even told me the reason why you make these videos is because you don't get girls. Oh, man. They're like, oh, you just don't get girls. You know, maybe if you get a girlfriend, she's going to turn your, she's going to fix your mindset. I mean, my mindset doesn't even need any fixing, so enough of that garbage. But again, it's a very superficial, shallow mindset. But I just try to use logic, logic and reasoning. Is life really worth living? Is this really better than non-existence? No. If you think logically, life is just not it. It's just so much better to just not exist than to exist. I mean, obviously it's a subjective thing. Obviously there's people that say, oh, I'm very happy to be alive, and good for you, I guess. Good for you. But I guess it depends on the cards you've been dealt. Because the way I see it, why was I born just to suffer? Just to, be a damn slave? I mean, what do you do in this life? You go to school, you work a 9 to 5, you sell your soul to a corporation, right? You sell your soul to a corporation. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be doing anything else with your life. I mean, 99% of people, that's all they do in life. They're born, they sell their soul to a company, and that's really all there is to their life. Is that really, like, a life worth living? I mean, obviously there's things you can do, there's other things you can do. Like, people do say, like, oh, it's about the friendships, it's about the relationships, and I'm not really going to disagree with that, but most of your time spent in this life is not with friends, and it's not with your, your relationships. So most of it is spent in school or working or just doing things you don't want to do. Being stuck in traffic, like, that's what a good chunk of your life is. And the thing is, this is even assuming someone even has relationships and all that. Like, people are like, oh, what about the people that love you? They're gonna miss you if you self-delete. Well, some people just don't have anyone that loves them. I mean, the people that, you know, have good cards dealt to them, they can't even fathom this concept. Like, I don't know, to me, they're just very shallow-minded and narrow-minded. Like, they just can't understand the concept that some people just don't enjoy living. I mean, think about it. Non-existence, what is it? It's just literally nothing. I mean, before we were born, there was no soul, there was no nothing. It was just, that's all it is. It's literally nothing. How is a life of suffering, you know, a life of stress, a life of working, you know, working and selling your soul, how is that preferable to nothing? Now, obviously, if in non-existence, if you don't exist, if one doesn't exist, obviously, you know, they can't enjoy, experience happy things too. But the thing is, in life, I truly believe that the negatives outweigh the positives. I truly believe so. Like, life is just so stressful. And it's just so, like, it's monotonous, it's stressful, it's annoying, like, and the thing is, a lot of people acknowledge this and they still decide to have kids. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you have kids if you acknowledge the fact that life is awful? I don't know, man. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, man, I'm sweating up in this car, but I don't want to turn on the AC because you guys won't be able to hear me. But, yeah, man, like, I always say, like, if you don't enjoy life, if you agree with the things I'm saying, then why do you decide to have kids? Like, I know some people in my last video in the comment section, some people were like, oh, I'm a father of 2, and I completely agree with you. I'm not trying to bash on you guys or anything, but, like, why are you a father? Why are you a father? Like, what made you guys think that having kids is the right choice? Matter of fact, I think everyone that has, like, a negative mindset regarding life, well, I can't even call it negative. Let's call it a realistic mindset. I don't know why I said negative. Nothing I'm saying is particularly negative, you know? Non-existence is not peaceful. It's not negative. It's not positive. It's not, you know, it's not bad. Like, there's really no downsides to non-existence, but there's no plus sides either. So it's basically just as neutral as it gets. But life, the scale could balance, you know, the scale could tip either way. You could have a terrible life, you could have a great life. Now, instead of reproducing and having kids, you know, and potentially having the scale tip too far to the bad life side, then wouldn't it just make sense to just not have kids in general? I don't know, at least, I don't know. I don't think I'm tripping, guys. I don't think I'm tripping. Like, man, I just don't get it. Like, for me, now I'm just gonna talk about, you know, me personally. I wish I didn't, you know, I wish I didn't exist, man. I mean, obviously from the title you can tell, but I just feel deeply disappointed by the fact that I exist. I don't know, I just feel, it's so, like, disappointing, man. Like, every day I wake up, I'm just like, man, why did I have to exist? Like, why didn't, you know, the thing is, my parents were supposed to have 2 other kids, right? I was born in 2001. Bro, go. Damn. I was born in 2001, right? But my parents, they had 2 kids in 2000. And those 2 kids, something went wrong. So, like, my parents, so, you know, they both died. And the thing is, I don't think my parents were planning to have more than, you know, after 2000, they weren't, like, with those 2, if it was successful, they wouldn't have had any other kids. They wouldn't have had any kids anymore. So, because those kids died, I came into existence. Man, that's unfortunate. Sometimes I'm just like, why didn't they have to? How come it wasn't them that came into this garbage? And the thing is, I'm really happy for them. I'm really happy that they didn't come into this planet. Like, nothing here is something worth bringing life into, you know? You know, no amount of good things, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, you see all these people up in around here, you know, they're all happy, they're with their families, they're eating food, they're eating good food. It's all fake. Like, they're not like this all the time. Like, they're gonna go home and probably cry themselves to sleep because they have to get up and go to work again and again and again and again. That's their life in a nutshell. Like, I know a lot of people may seem happy, but that's not really the case, man. A lot of people are completely miserable. And, you know, that's just the way life is. Like, I even have some friends that are doing, like, they're doing pretty good in life, you know, regarding, you know, living comfortably, making money and stuff, but they're still miserable with their lives. Like, there's just so many people that are just not happy with life. Yet, a lot of them are still gonna, you know, they're gonna continue the cycle. Oh man, it's crazy. I don't know. To me, life just isn't all that. Like, I just don't particularly see the appeal. You're born, you know, you have two people controlling your existence. You have to go to school. That's the things. You have to go to school. You know, you have to do this, you have to do that. You have to do things. You can't do it. You can't do what you want to do in life. And this takes me back to one of my community posts I made like a while ago, where I was talking about, you know, imagine in another universe or another galaxy or whatever, there's, you know, there's a human beings, or just any sort of living creatures in general, and they're intelligent, and, you know, they're just like us. Yeah, let's just say human beings. Obviously, it's not really possible for there to be human beings anywhere else, but it's just hypothetical, you know. But, like, imagine if they spent their lives doing the things they love doing instead of doing the things they have to do just to survive. Like, just imagine if we could do that, you know. If most of our lives were spent doing things we actually enjoy doing. Man, like, I don't know. Life would just be, imagine if there was just minimal suffering. I feel like life would actually be worth living. You know, I truly think so. Like, I know some people in my comment section, they're like, no, it doesn't matter what it is, life should never come here, which is, you know, that's understandable, that's valid. But to me, I don't really think like that exactly. I think that life, the reason why it's like, you know, the reason why I'm anti-natalist is because of the way life is. If life was better, more enjoyable, more, you know, less stressful, less suffering, then I wouldn't be an anti-natalist. But obviously that's not the case with life. Life is horrible. It's unfortunate, but it's just how life is. You know? I don't know. Am I the only one that just like feels like this really weird sense of like anxiety and like this weird sense of just like, why do I have to exist? I can't be the only one that thinks like that. Like, seriously. Sometimes I'm just like, just why do I have to exist, man? Like, just why me? Why am I suffering? Why am I the unlucky one that has to be here? Sometimes I think, you know, I'm jealous of the dead. I'm jealous of the unborn. The people that never, the babies that, you know, didn't even get to come into the world. I'm genuinely jealous of them. Like, that's just genuinely how I feel. Like, I'm just like, man, I wish I was one of you guys. But nope, instead I'm trapped in this planet. Oh, damn. Instead, I'm just trapped in this planet, suffering. You know, living a life I don't want to live. And I know for all you people that talk about, oh, well, you don't have God in your life. You don't have God. That's why you think like that. First of all, quiet down, first of all. Just please quiet down with that God stuff, man. God doesn't exist. I mean, think about this, man. As bad as life is, you have a bunch of clowns going around talking about some person in the sky. You know, oh, you don't believe in this person in the sky. That's why you feel like this. Like, Bro, God is a man-made thing. He doesn't exist. No amount of, I mean, think about this. People talk about, oh, God is good. When something good happens, they're like, God is good. God is amazing. God help me. But when something bad happens, why can't we also blame God? I mean, the so-called God you speak of. He doesn't exist, guys. Stop believing in nonsense, man. God is not real. I don't know. I feel like people that believe in God, they can't think outside the box. They don't understand that the reason why they think like this is because they're indoctrinated to think like this. The universe is so vast. It's so vast, man. It's so vast. And the thing is, humans just made up an illogical explanation as to how this whole universe came out to be. And they just said it's God. It's because of God. But no evidence whatsoever. Literally zero evidence whatsoever. Just no, especially these religions, man. These religions, their books don't even talk about how vast the universe is. Literally, and think about all of these religions. They don't talk about the fact that there's billions of galaxies in this universe. They don't talk about anything regarding, all of these things about the universe. They don't talk about that. Everything about these books is all, related to earthly things. The only knowledge any of these religious books have, is related to the earth, and it's not even like accurate knowledge. It's scientifically incorrect. All of them are scientifically incorrect. How can you believe in a religion that blatantly makes scientifically inaccurate statements? How? Can someone explain to me how that's possible? Literally, can someone explain to me how that's possible? Wouldn't that just completely debunk the entire concept of religion? The fact that, it's completely inaccurate on a scientific standpoint. My bad, I had to cut out the recording because the road was extremely bumpy. But for me personally, the experiences I've had in life, I'm just like, so what do we do in life? We went to school. We suffered in school. We have to work a job. We have to do all this garbage that just doesn't, that's not really particularly fun. That just causes a lot of stress and suffering. Yeah, that's what I think about life. When I look back on my life, I don't think of positive experiences. I think of negative experiences. I think of suffering. Literally, I think of suffering. When I think of high school, I don't think, man, that was a fun time doing this in high school. No, the first thing I think about was, man, I suffered a lot in high school. When I think about basically anything in my life, I'm just like, damn, this is what life is about? Life is about suffering? Well, why am I even here if this is what life is about? Why don't I just check out? I'm just saying, for me personally, it's a thought that comes up in my head a lot. Man. Like, I don't know, life is just genuinely depressing how bad it is. Don't you guys just wish you were never born? Like, fuck. I don't know. Sometimes I just wish I was never born. Life is a competition, man. Just a competition. I mean, for those of you that truly believe life is beautiful, I don't understand how you can just accept the fact that you're just thrown into a rat race randomly. You're just randomly thrown into a rat race from the moment you're born. Like, people want to talk about, oh, life isn't a competition. You can go at your own pace. We all have our different paths, but that's not true. That's not true with life, man. Life is a competition. It's not like you can just, do what you want, go at your own pace. No. Life is a competition. Everything about life is a competition. From the schools you go to, from the universities you apply to, from the jobs you apply to, it's all competing with each other. It's a rat race. And the only people that are free from this rat race are people that get lucky making money in an untraditional way, like YouTubers and streamers and, OnlyFans models, which, a lot of people want to complain about OnlyFans models, but the thing is, good for them. Like, if I see an OnlyFans model, right, I don't think, man, what a shame. That's a what a shame. She probably has no father. First of all, I don't think like that. There's nothing wrong with doing OnlyFans. There's nothing wrong with that content. And the people that do that stuff, the people that talk like that, they literally watch this type of content. But then they want to go around talking about, oh, what a shame. She has no father. No. People like that make money, a lot of money in untraditional ways, besides a 9-to-5 job, people like that are the winners of life. Well, I wouldn't call them winners of life because they're still suffering, but people like that, I can see how they actually can enjoy life because they're making money doing what they want to do. And I'm not even just referring to starting your own business, because let's be honest, starting your own business is probably worse than a 9-to-5 in terms of work-life balance. Unless you become a rich business, you're going to be working 24/7. So, for the people talking about start your own business, man, no, I'm not going to start my own business. I want to do as little work as possible. And when I see these YouTubers, Twitch streamers, OnlyFans models, I'm just like, damn, these guys, they make a living doing what they enjoy. They make a living doing something that basically most people can do. I know they want to talk about, oh, this is such a hard job. No, it's not. Posting pictures on your OnlyFans is not a hard job. I'm sorry. It's just not a hard job. And it's definitely not harder than any job. I mean, my mom, I'm literally going to pick up my mom right now from Walmart. Her Walmart job is way more difficult than OnlyFans. So, or Twitch or whatever. Get out of that, Don't even talk about that trash, man. It's not hard at all. Get the fuck out of here, man. But, yeah, these people, man, the people that manage to make money doing this, good for them. I don't have any sort of jealousy or envy towards them. I kind of wish I was in their position. I know some people are these days in my comments are talking about, man, you're getting a lot of attention. You're getting a lot of subscribers. I know a couple of my subscribers pointed that out. But the amount of money I make doing these videos is just so insignificant. In my last video, the video that performed the best, I made a mere $20. Literally a mere $20. Not that I care exactly. I'm happy to be making anything, but trust me, guys, like, it doesn't really matter how many views. If you're someone that's trying to make content like mine, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. None of us are probably going to be making money off this, significant money at least. To me, I just do it to vent out my frustrations. Because, I don't know, it's just, to me, it's therapeutic. Just going on a drive and ranting about life to a phone screen. I like that. I like that, actually. I don't know. It's kind of therapeutic to me. But, yeah, I don't have much more to say. If you enjoyed the video, then thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, the heck? The like button, I meant. Do all that stuff and support your boy. But, yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.